Hello, you are welcome again to the channel. My name is Blessing Ejechi. I want to share with you how I started watching pornography and possibly started masturbating. It all started when I was in JSS 3 in secondary school. A classmate of mine brought a pornographic material to the class. So he called me out to a certain place and began to tell me how a man and a woman have sex. So, as he was explaining to me, I get aroused. It was as if a spirit entered me that day. I was still feeling aroused when I got home. And when I got home, the thing became so intense that I had to masturbate. Actually, that day, I did not even know that what I did was masturbation. I just decided to touch my private part. And as I was touching it, the thing began to pleasure me. So the more I did it, the more it pleasured me. And I took oil and began to rub myself. After some time of rubbing myself, I ejaculated. So that particular incident was really extraordinary for me at that particular time. It's just like what the devil started doing in the life of somebody. The next day again, even without hearing anything, when I remembered how sweet the experience was, I did it again. So I began to do this thing daily. It became my normal routine till a time that I began to feel guilty. I begin to say that, if this thing I'm doing, it should be wrong. That was actually the period I gave my life to Christ. When I gave my life to Christ, I began to feel guilt in me that, look, what you are doing is not good. Then I decided to stop it. That was where the battle began. The battle began when I decided to stop it. To begin masturbation and watching pornography is not hard, but the battle comes, the hardiness of the thing comes. Where you will know that it was orchestrated by His Spirit is when you want to stop masturbating. Do you know that? I decided to try by my power. I try all my best to make sure that I stop masturbating, but I did not. So throughout that period, I was trying to read one article, one book or the other, but all of them did not do anything. Anytime I hear the word of God, I hear sin. I have not really, as at that time, I did not hear anybody mention that masturbation is a sin because I have not even heard I don't even know the name. It was later that I knew that the name was masturbation. I never heard it. So because of that, I could not confide in anybody. I did not tell anybody. But since it was still kept in the dark, it was still a private thing for me. The devil kept manipulating me. I could not stop. The reason why many people do not stop masturbation and watching pornography is that they keep hiding it. They do not want people to know the battle they are passing through. They do not want people to understand so that they will not mock at them. They will not say they are not holy. They will not, that social trauma, that name that you feel people will give to you, and you don't know that the enemy is making sure that you keep your mouth shut because he knows that when you say it, when you seek for help, people will help you. I want to tell you that there are 1001 people that have been freed from the spirit of masturbation and pornography. But the enemy will tell you that you are the only one that is in this mess. No, you are not the only one. There are people, thousands, even millions of people that are battling with this thing. If you think I'm lying, go and browse about masturbation on this YouTube, on YouTube, then look at the numbers of views that the people that has viewed these channels, that have viewed these videos that talk about masturbation. You will see that it is in millions. These are the only people that are in YouTube. You know how many billions of people that are in the world. So you are not the only one. I have seen people reach out to me telling me that, look, they are passing through hell. This masturbation and pornography has crumbled their business. Millions of people are passing through it. You are not the only one. So if you decide to look for solution, you are not out of it. I am trying to create a kind of accountability group that if you want to be free, so that you will join a WhatsApp group that we can begin to share things in common. I will also mentor you on how you can be free from this spirit of masturbation completely. Then, as I began to work on my own, it did not stop. I tried to read one article or the other, nothing stopped. At the time I gave up that it is not possible. That is actually the mindset of many people. I read one comment on YouTube, and the person said, as it's not possible for human beings to live without air, so it is not possible to live without masturbation. Who told you? Who told you that it is not possible to live without masturbation? By the grace of God, I want to tell you categorically that I was able to break away from this mess. When I was masturbating, my life was not going well. There were a lot of spiritual attack. When I sleep, I see myself having sex in the dream. I see myself repeating, going to back to the secondary school I graduated from. I see my things not beginning to work for me. This thing draw people backward. When I'm telling you the spiritual implication of masturbation, you will not understand. I once asked ChatGPT about whether masturbation is a sin or not a sin. ChatGPT told me that masturbation is not a sin, that I should stop deceiving people. That is what science will tell you, that masturbation is not a sin. I did a video whether masturbation is not a sin or not. I did not give any scriptural verse, because the Bible is not explicit to tell you that whether masturbation is a sin or not, because the sin itself is not in the Bible. But when you masturbate, you yourself, you will know that what you are doing is wrong. How will you know? Your spirit will tell you. The evil spirit that keep manipulating you. When I was masturbating, anytime I finish masturbating, I feel that something leave me. I feel virtues leaving me. I feel that my glory is being taken away. And even when I dream, I see these things happening. You see, how do you know that the devil is taking your glory? You will see it in your dream. You will see that you are being robbed. You will see that you are being manipulated. Your glory is under contention. Your glory is under strict spiritual robbery. They are robbing you. So let me just cut the story short. And by the grace of God, even when I went to the theological seminary, I was in the pastor's school, I was still masturbating. I was in the pastor's school, I was reading the Bible, the Word of God. I was praying, I was still masturbating. I was still preaching the gospel, I was still masturbating. No wonder the gospel did not have power when I was doing that. My life kept going down. I was not walking in the manifestation of the Spirit of God. But a day came that I decided that this nonsense is going to stop. I must stop this nonsense. And you know what happened? I stopped it. How did I stop it? I did not stop it by my own power. I did not stop it by my own ability. It only took total dependence on God. It is only God that can help you to be free from masturbation. What did I do? The goal I had was not to stop masturbation. No. I did not decide to say, let me stop masturbation before I stopped it. What I did was I decided that I was going to grow spiritually. Let me grow spiritually. I set out time that I'm going to pray this number of hours every day. I'm going to be listening to this number of sermons. I'm going to, at least I decided that at least for 10 hours a day, I just set out some days. 10 hours a day, this is what I'm going to be doing. And I decided to be praying 4 hours every day. 4 hours every day. A day came, I prayed throughout that day. I prayed 8 hours. The next day, when I woke up from sleep, I became sick because that was my first time to pray 8 hours. Do you know that after praying that prayer, after that period, though I backed it up with fasting. After that time, masturbation never occurred to me. The desire, even till today, the desire, the longing of masturbation died. When you get close to God, the desire for masturbation will die. When you get close to God, when you begin to immerse yourself in the realm of the spirit, you go deeper in your walk with God. That desire for masturbation, for pornography, for sexual immorality is going to die. Oh, I will continue this video next time. I'm going to tell you how you can also, from this personal experience I just made mention of, so that you will know what you are going to do. God bless you. Please follow this channel. God bless you.